Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Uh, we are studying fourth unit of this subject, in which in the last lecture we had studied about the healthcare industries, challenges in healthcare industries, opportunities in healthcare industries, and what are the how do we manage the cost in healthcare industry that we had studied in the last lecture. Now we have left with two sectors. One is hospitality and second one is the educational sector. Then we will finish this fourth unit. So let us go for hospitality sector. Now hospitality means what? Basically hospitality sector means what? Provision of the services, not any kind of manufacturing goods, providing the associated services with that sector, that is nothing but hospitality. Okay, so all kind of services that these comes under hospitality sector. So now this is one of the emerging sector in India who is contributing in economic growth of India. Getting this? Now hospitality is emerging business where we are providing facilities. We are providing facilities to the people, and through this providing the facilities, we are going to generate the revenue. So here lots of facilities or lots of businesses are there who are providing such kind of facility like banking facility, insurance facility, education facility, travels, tourism, hotel industry, resorts, restaurants. So many sectors are there. So many services are there. All these services comes under hospitality sector. Okay. Now hospitality is the one of the sector which contributes to the economy, and the growth of hospitality center also affect on the growth of economy of the country. Okay. Now these services consist of tourism, travels, hotel industry, resorts, restaurants, and all kinds of services. Okay. Now the hospitality industries gives attention to produce more and more services to their customers. So customers, as per the expectations of the customers, as per the requirement of these customers, these services are just generated. The hospitality service management is deal with the management of different facilities in the hospitality industry. Means what? Here what we have to do, as per the expectations, as per the need and necessity of the customers. The customer may be from the tourism industry, restaurant industry, food industry, hotel industry, or any kind of service industry, where you need to identify what kind of help is required to the customer, and accordingly you can start to provide this kind of services. Like broking firms are also part of this hospitality industry. Okay, here basic objective is to identify the need of person, identify the need of customer, and provision of this kind of service or supply this kind of service to the customer. That is nothing but hospitality. Okay, here what you have to do, you have to satisfy the need. You have to satisfy the need of customer. You have to provide the facility in such a way that customer should be comfortable with that facility, as well as whenever you are going to provide this facility, you should have to protect the interest of the customers. You have to protect the interest because you are providing the services. At that time you are dealing with some personal information of the person, as well as some financial information of that person. You The people who are sharing you this kind of personal information, financial information, or any kind of information, you should that information should be protected. You should face confidence while sharing this information to you, because I need to have interact with the person with respect to my banking transactions, banking information, financial information, then my educational information and family background. That time whenever you are dealing with this kind of services, at that time customer should feel that my data will be protected, as well as whenever you are going to share this information, at that time people should feel secure about your business. Whenever I'm going to get your service, at that time I should feel the security. So here, while running this hospitality industries, you need to take care about the comfortness of the person, whether he is happy or not, whether the person is feeling protected and secured about your business or not. Because on the basis of this, he will move or he will move towards your business, or he will acquire your services. Okay. So this should also provide facilities to particular guests with all regarding their necessities. As well as in case of hospitality industry, the needs would include laundry, food, entertainment, and much more services along with these tours and travels or hospitality industry or hotel industry. Where you, along with hotels, you need to provide him laundry, we need to provide the foods, and we need to have provide entertainment. So these are the another apart from hotel industry, apart from tourism industry, these are the another businesses which depends upon this hotel industry. Only not only providing the physical place, it is not sufficient. People will not satisfy. Along with this, some extra services we should have to make available. सिर्फ रहने का नहीं, खाने का, लॉन्ड्री का, एंटरटेनमेंट का, ये सारी चीजें हमारे पास में होनी चाहिए, because these are the businesses which are supportive to hotel businesses. So see, this is the emerging sector which is contributing to our economy. That's why we need to identify, or we need to understand which kind of services comes under hospitality sector. Okay, so providing such kind of providing such services in hospitality services will generate or will start the business. Now let us start with the challenges in hospitality sector. What kind of challenges they are facing as of now? First one is customers' expectations are increasing, and every time customer is demanding something more. Getting this. So first one is that the cost of acquiring and maintaining hospitality facility is very huge, because you don't know when there is the demand, because your requirement of your hospitality services is a very uncertain. Getting this. अभी मुझे मार्केट का एस्टिमेशन करना बहुत डिफिकल्ट है हॉस्पिटैलिटी सेक्टर में. और फॉर एग्जांपल, if we are not having a food industry or food facility with our hotel, and उसी के दिन अगर मुझे कस्टमर मिलता है तो क्या हो जाएगा? If there is the absence of food today, and on the same day we have an order of this hotel industry of 50 people, so what will happen? We will be not capable to provide the food industry or food services to these people. Getting this? Because this is very uncertain. मेरे हॉस्पिटल को, मेरे सर्विसेज को कब डिमांड रहेगा, मुझे अनसर्टेन. बट by understanding, by estimating the demand, you need to make available your services. आपका सर्विसेज किसी भी टाइम पे, किसी भी डे पे अप टू डेट होने चाहिए, एंड आपके सर्विसेज वहां पे प्रेजेंट होने. मान लो कस्टमर आया तो कस्टमर शुड नॉट डिससैटिस्फाइड विद योर सर्विसेज. That is the means every time you have to update your services irrespective of your demand. Your demand may be there, your demand or a customer may be there, customer may not be there, but you have to make available your services. लोग आने दो या नहीं आने दो, लेकिन मेरे रेस्टोरेंट में फूड में, मेरे रेस्टोरेंट में इन्वेंटरी में फूड का जो कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट है वो सब कुछ होना ही होना चाहिए. That is the problem. Getting this means what? You have to update your services every day, though there is no demand, though there is no customer. But if the customer is not coming today, but you have acquired some raw material, you have made some menus, means what? There is certain kind of cost. So the cost of acquiring and maintaining hospitality business is very huge, because your demand is not certain. Your customers are not certain every day. Getting this? So anyhow to run this business I have to provide the services to my customer on this spot. कस्टमर ने जो ऑर्डर दिया, मेनू का ऑर्डर दिया, जो सर्विसेज डिमांड किया, वो सर्विसेज मेरे पास होने ही होने चाहिए. Otherwise what will happen, customer will dissatisfied, customer will move towards other industry, other hospitality industry, other hotels. It may happen. Okay, if we look towards the expectations of the customers, here also what we have to do, we have to provide the services very uh, you know uh, good design should be there, attractive design should be there, then the place should be very much decorative, and all the services, supporting services should be ready there. The cost of development, design and construction at hospitality industry is huge. You can take any hospitality sector where development cost, design cost and construction cost is very huge. It we have to do at initial. Incomplete hotel हम लोग नहीं चला सकते. Getting this? So first we have to complete its construction, we have to do the infrastructure, and then we will start our revenue. Getting this? If any service is incomplete, then customer will not accept it. That is the problem. Is what we can't convince to the customer with incomplete services. नहीं यार, आज नहीं था, कल अगर आया तो अच्छा हो जाएगा, अच्छा मिलेगा आपको, ऐसा बोल के कुछ फायदा ना. Because the same customer, he himself doesn't know when he will in the future, when he will get the same kind of service. Customer को खुद को पता नहीं कि अगले बार वो कब आने वाला है. Getting this? That's why whenever he approach, at that time we will available with our services. That is the issue. And to make available these services, it needs huge funds. Because the expectations of customers are increasing day by day. कस्टमर को थोड़ी कीमत में बहुत कुछ फैसिलिटी चाहिए, बहुत कुछ सर्विसेज चाहिए, इसलिए ये मैनेज करना. और कस्टमर इज नॉट रेगुलर. आज जो कस्टमर आया वो कल आएगा ही नहीं, ऐसा ही नहीं. Getting this? So your customers are changing each and every day. Every day you have to deal with new customers, expectations of previous days customers and expectations of today's customers will be not similar. They will be it will be different as well. Okay, that is the issue in hospitality sector. Then cost regarding land, building, website improvements and other soft charges, furniture, then housekeeping charges or maintenance charges, furniture charges, picture charges and products will most definitely stick to. As per the land, as per the nature of your services, what you are providing, so rest of the other services cost will also bear, also come with this particular sector. Then proper design, top quality and budget control lead to the predictable costs such as maintenance, renovation and operation. अगर मेरा प्रॉपर डिजाइन अगर ज्यादा हॉस्पिटल सेक्टर में ज्यादा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर में ऐड करूंगा तो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चरल कॉस्ट विल आल्सो Can you hear me? Yes, students.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Sorry for inconvenience. अचानक से इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी गया था. 1 minute. Yes. Now see here. We are looking towards the challenges in hospitality sector. First is the customer's expectation is changing day by day. Customer satisfaction is very different parameter, and you don't know the services demand to your services every day, because demand for your product, demand for your service may be not regular, but you have to make available of your services every day. अगर मेरे होटल को कस्टमर होगा नहीं रहेगा, लेकिन मुझे मेरा इन्वेंटरी मेंटेन करना पड़ता है, मुझे मेरा स्टॉक मेंटेन करना पड़ता है, मुझे स्वीपिंग हाउस कीपिंग टाइम पे करना पड़ता है, ये सारी चीजें, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी चाहिए, रेंट चाहिए, ये सारी चीजें, दो देर इज नो कस्टमर बट यू हैव टू मैनेज दिस इज द चैलेंजिंग टास्क, एज वेल एज एवरी डे यू हैव टू डील विथ न्यू कस्टमर्स, एंड न्यू कस्टमर्स के एक्सपेक्टेशन हर लोगों के एक्सपेक्टेशन सेम ही नहीं हो सकते. गेटिंग दिस, एज वेल एज जितना ज्यादा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर आप प्रोवाइड करोगे उतना ज्यादा उसका मेंटेनेंस कॉस्ट भी आ जाएगा, उसका रिनोवेशन कॉस्ट भी आ जाएगा, उसका ऑपरेशन कॉस्ट भी आ जाएगा. जितने अच्छे फैसिलिटी आप दे दोगे, उतने अच्छे फैसिलिटी देने के लिए आपका उसका उतना कॉस्ट भी आपको ज्यादा बियर करना पड़ेगा. एंड वन थिंग इज दैट uncertainty about this business. There is uncertainty about this business. See, the consumer behavior has changed, which has a significant impact on the management and marketing activity of food and beverage outlets. Here also what you have to do, you have to make the publicity. आपका बिजनेस का पब्लिसिटी भी करना है, इंटरनेट से करना है, मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटेजी यूज करना है, उसके बाद आपको होर्डिंग्स बनाने हैं, एड देनी है. सो दीज आर द अलोंग विद दिस ऑपरेशन expenses, you have to do this kind of extra expenses, that is the advertisement expenses, which you have to bear in advance. आपको ये खर्चा कब करना है? एडवांस में करना है, मार्केटिंग एडवांस में करना है, बेवरेज फूड का एडवर्टीजमेंट जो करना है, पैम्पलेट लगाना है, होर्डिंग्स लगाने हैं, दिस इज आल्सो कॉस्ट. This cost also I have to bear while running this kind of industry, and this cost I have to recover through this sale of services when you will get the customers. That is the issue. These are the challenges. पहला चैलेंज क्या देखा कि उसका मेंटेनेंस कॉस्ट बहुत अच्छा है, डिजाइन कंस्ट्रक्शन बहुत अच्छा करना पड़ता है, और वो ह्यूज एक्सपेंसेस यू हैव टू डू इनिशियली. कंस्ट्रक्शन कॉस्ट वेरीज ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ योर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. आपको लैंड, बिल्डिंग, वेबसाइट डेवलपमेंट, फर्नीचर, ये कॉस्ट आते ही आते हैं. उसके बाद आपको बजट करना पड़ता है. दैट बजट यू हैव टू मेंटेन, यू हैव टू एस्टिमेशन, यू हैव टू मेक द एस्टिमेशन अबाउट योर कॉस्ट एज वेल एज आपको मार्केटिंग एक्टिविटी भी उसका उसी इंडस्ट्री का करना है. नाउ these are the challenges, because you have to do this kind of cost, you have to bear this kind of cost, but your income is not certain, your demand is not in certain. That is the issue here. Okay, then now to manage this kind of cost, to manage this kind of challenges, we have to decide certain strategies. Okay, now see, first is that hospitality sector is showing overall impact of globalization. Getting this, customers are moving from one place to other places due to the sake of business or due to the sake of enjoyment. लोग इधर के उधर घूमते रहते हैं, because globalization is increasing, and due to increase in globalization, businesses are also increasing. People are entering into various businesses. So if people are entering in various businesses, at that time supporting services are required, and these supporting services are nothing but your hospitality. The restaurants have great variety of vendors and other options to make their menus more and more appealing them appealing when obtaining supplies as well as ingredient at low cost. लोगों को क्या चाहिए? Choices are different. Choices are changing every day. That's why to satisfy these choices, I should have to make available of raw material, availability of inputs. So accordingly, I need to find the vendors to supply the raw material. Getting this? So कोई भी customer अलग अलग ऑर्डर देगा, अलग अलग ऑर्डर बनाने के लिए मेरे पास इंग्रेडिएंट होने चाहिए, मेरे पास रॉ मटेरियल होना चाहिए. Means what? Here also, as per the expectations, as per the need of customer, I have to find my service provider, input service providers. That is the challenge. So here I can't dissatisfy to any customer. Getting this? That's why I need to make available my alternatives. That is required. So if if your customer is not dissatisfied, so he will get the order and he will make the mouth publicity. So that is required. एक बार कस्टमर इधर से डिससेटिस्फाई होके गया तो क्या हो जाएगा? मेरा बिजनेस घटेगा और वो नेक्स्ट टाइम मेरे पास कभी नहीं आए. That is the problem. That's why in cost management strategy, you need to understand, you need to make the survey, and you need to make available all kind of inputs required. Getting this? Second is the financial factors plays a major role in the determination of both business and personal spending level. In which area I am doing this business? What is the need of the people who are staying, who are coming here? What is the income level of the people? What kind of people they may approach to me? Accordingly, I need to understand the expectations. According to that, I need to make the cost. Getting this? मेरे होटल जो मैं चला रहा हूँ उसका अगर कॉस्ट अगर बहुत ज्यादा रखा तो क्या हो जाएगा? पीपल विल नॉट अप्रोच मी. जिसका इनकम कम है दे विल नॉट अप्रोच मी. मीन्स ऑटोमेटिकली मेरा बहुत अच्छा अट्रैक्टिव सब कुछ है, 5 स्टार होटल है, लेकिन लोग नहीं आते. People are not ready to get the services because due to having higher cost. तो ज्यादा भी कॉस्ट हम लोग रिकवर नहीं कर सकते, ज्यादा भी कॉस्ट हम लोग नहीं लगा सकते. दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. इसलिए कौन से लोकेशन में हम लोग ये बिजनेस करते हैं और उस जो लोकेशन में हम लोग ये सर्विस प्रोवाइड करते हैं उसी लोकेशन का इकोनॉमी क्या है, उसी लोकेशन में कौन से टाइप के लोग आते हैं. दैट इज ऑल्सो. And whatever is the income level of the people and how much amount they spend every day, that needs to be understood. The places where tourists mostly come, this factor holds even better effect on the business and its revenue. कौन से सेक्टर में मैं ये बिजनेस करूं? Accordingly, I can manage my cost. When the overall demand of lodging and traveling goes down, both the profit as well as revenue in hospitality sector decreases. जैसे कि लॉजिंग एंड ट्रैवलिंग को डिमांड कब रहता है? फॉर एग्जांपल ड्यूरिंग द वेकेशन सीजन्स. सो दिस वेकेशन पीरियड विल बी ऑफ 2 months, 3 months, 5 months. Getting this? You need to identify that vacation period. You need to identify the requirement of this vacation period, and you will provide the services. Then you will generate the revenue. Like let us take an example of swimming services. Okay, swimming is the one of the service which will only work in between the month of, let us say, March to May. Rest of the time there will be no demand to this service. Getting this? So at that time, whatever is the income of entire year, you need to recover that income within 3-4 months. रेनी सीजन में स्विमिंग को डिमांड नहीं रहेगा, कस्टमर्स नहीं रहेंगे. दो वी विल प्रोवाइड विथ मिनिमम कॉस्ट, नोबडी विल टर्न देयर. Getting this? That's why what you need to do, so whatever is the loss we are suffering during rainy season, that loss you have to recover only between 3 months along with your profit. एक साल का जो टोटल मेंटेनेंस कॉस्ट you have to recover through within small period. So it may happen. Getting this? And the expectations of the customers are different. Okay, So rising the rates in order to recover the loss profits is the trick in the business which is done later in the peak season. जो सीजन में मेरा लॉस हुआ है वही लॉस मुझे क्या करना है पीक सीजन में मुझे रिकवर करना पड़ेगा. So in this way I can manage my cost. You can't stop this activity. स्विमिंग को डिमांड नहीं इसका मतलब स्विमिंग स्टॉप नहीं करना है. I have to continue certain operations of the business. But that cost I can recover when I will get the demand. जब डिमांड मिलेगा तभी जो अभी का लॉस मैं नेक्स्ट टाइम मैंने रिकवर करूंगा. दैट इज द स्ट्रेटेजी वी हैव टू यूज. The ever increasing demand and constantly changing the expectations of the customer in the hospitality industry has become severe issue. Ever increasing demand, expectations बढ़ रहे हैं कस्टमर के. हर कोई आने वाला कस्टमर कुछ नया चाहता है. अगर वो उसका रिक्वायरमेंट मैंने फुलफिल नहीं किया, he will move towards the other competitors and I will lose the business. कोई भी कस्टमर मेरे पास आने से वो डिससेटिस्फेक्शन होके नहीं जाना चाहिए. That's why it is very challenging. So accordingly you have to manage your cost. Anyhow you have to provide the services. And in hospitality industry, the happiness and satisfaction of customers are necessary. Satisfaction होना ही चाहिए, उसको protection लगना ही चाहिए, उसको secure लगना ही चाहिए आपका service लेते समय. That is important. So that kind of confidence you need to provide to the people. Then overall margin is also decreasing. Why? Because the competition is also increasing and expectations of the customers are also increasing. So within minimum cost I have to provide better and better services. That's why overall margin in hospitality industry is decreasing. As well as there is out of these 12 months you have demand for 6 months and you have no demand for 6 months. So when there is no demand at that time you have to maintain all kind of expenses. So how can you bear the cost of these expenses? That you have to bear with peak period. जो डिमांड जब आपके प्रोडक्ट को आपके सर्विसेज को डिमांड नहीं रहेगा ड्यूरिंग दैट टाइम ऑल्सो यू हैव टू मेंटेन द एक्सपेंसेस. और वो एक्सपेंसेस आपको जब पीक सीजन में जब आपको डिमांड आ जाएगा तब आपको रिकवरी कर. गेटिंग दिस? It is more important for the hotel manager to find out various ways in order to delight the customers. Anyhow I need to satisfy to my customers. I have to provide better quality services. Then quick and efficient ordering that meets your customer needs. Efficient, customer को time भी नहीं है. Immediately within minimum time you have to reach towards the customer. That is also required. Then customer will wait because waiting period customer का कितना होता है? Half an hour, 20 minutes, 10 minutes. Getting this? So अगर मेरे प्रोडक्ट का वेटिंग पीरियड आज ऑर्डर दिया तो कल या परसों मिलने वाला है मेरे कंपनी से या मेरे सर्विसेज, तो क्या करेगा? कस्टमर विल नॉट एक्सेप्ट माय सर्विस, ही विल फाइंड अदर सर्विसेज. ओके, जब कभी आपको ऑर्डर दे आएगा तभी आपको ऑर्डर देना पड़ेगा. रिक्वायरमेंट के हिसाब से आपको अवेलेबिलिटी होना चाहिए, आपकी अवेलेबिलिटी होनी चाहिए. Staffing that minimizes turnover and improves the quality. So regular staffing यानी recruitment of the personal यानी receptionist, उसके बाद attenders, उसके बाद housekeeping persons. तो ये जो staffing है, that staffing should also trained. Otherwise what will happen? Due to not good behavior of the staffs and employees, also customer will also divert. तो एम्प्लॉय का बिहेवियर और स्टाफ का बिहेवियर भी इम्पैक्ट करता है आपका बिजनेस बढ़ाने के लिए. सो एनी हाउ यू शुड बी रिक्रूट सच काइंड ऑफ पीपल, such kind of receptionist, such kind of labor manager who will help us to increase the business. Also cyber security and effective customer data management is also required. लोगों का जो हम लोग डेटा ले रहे हैं, लोगों का जो इंफॉर्मेशन लेकर आए, लोगों का जो फाइनेंशियल इंफॉर्मेशन ले रहे, ये प्रोटेक्ट होना चाहिए. दैट इज आल्सो रिक्वायर्ड. अगर लोगों को, अगर कस्टमर को ये लगता है कि यहाँ पे शेयर किया हुआ डेटा सिक्योर है, तभी हम लोग बिजनेस बढ़ा सकते हैं. So these are the various cost management technique that we have to use in hospitality industry. Also, at the last decades, tourism industry has become one of the rapid growing industry in the world. Tourism industry is increasing day by day because businesses are increasing. That's why people are moving from one destination to other destination every time. इसका मतलब टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री का रिक्वायरमेंट बढ़ रहा है, लेकिन लोगों के एक्सपेक्टेशंस भी उतने ही बढ़ रहे हैं. Nowadays, hospitality organization should manage financial resources at optimum level. Manage the financial resources at optimum level means what? With 100% efficiency, I have to utilize this. If the my efficiency is idle, that time it will generate the cost. मेरा कोई भी efficiency idle नहीं होना चाहिए. I have to run each and every resources with 100% efficiency, with optimum level. Then and then you will overcome the cost and you will generate the profit. Now it is a time to manage, that managers need to use cost management tools to make a right decision. कोई भी decision लेते समय, कोई भी inventory purchase करते समय bulk में देना है, quantity और order कितनी size में देना है, that also bear the cost. So that also help us to reduce the cost. Okay. So this was something about the hospitality sector. There is the demand. The summary of hospitality sector is that this sector is growing. This sector is growing. That's why there is increasing demand to this sector. But along with this, management of this sector is very challenging because costs are coming and your demand to your product is not fixed. Demand to your product is not fixed. Your customers are also not fixed. And some of the businesses are seasonal, loss making for 6 months and after that profit making for 6 months. So accordingly, you need to survive. Getting this? So this was something about hospitality service. Now last sector from this fourth unit is the education sector. Education sector means what? Providing educational facilities through the primary schools, secondary schools, then higher secondary schools and senior levels. Provision of education facilities. Provision of education facilities. See here. Now, taking the education is basic. Taking the education is the basic right or fundamental right of every born child. जो कोई बंदा पैदा होता है, born होता है, हर एक चाइल्ड का फंडामेंटल राइट क्या है? टेकिंग द एजुकेशन. Getting the education is the fundamental right. Now we are moving from illiteracy to literacy. India is trying to remove entire illiteracy. That's why each and every born baby has a right to get the services of education. Getting this? That's why education is industry is also increasing tremendously. Education industries also depends upon the infrastructure. Okay, that's why only governments, state government and central government is not capable to provide the basic education facilities to the children. That's why some private sectors are also coming here. Okay, now there is the competition going on in between. Competition is going on in between गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स एज वेल एज प्राइवेट स्कूल्स. कंपटीशन चालू है और ये कंपटीशन देने के लिए हम लोगों को एज अ एजुकेशनलिस्ट, एज अ सर्विस प्रोवाइडर, दिस इज वन काइंड ऑफ सर्विस, एज अ सर्विस प्रोवाइडर you need to provide better and better quality services. So just let's see the overview of education sector. See, the education sector in India is growing rapidly with the large private individuals. Private companies or private businessmen, they are starting this educational sector, collaborating with the government to develop with this sector. Private businesses are also, private businessmen are also there who are entering into educational sector. That's why competition is increasing, and by this competition we are overcoming this illiteracy in India. The government is also considering many steps to enhance the quality of education. Getting this? Now, in this, what we have to do? Here, we have to satisfy the requirements of industries. Requirement of industry means what through this education sector, whatever is the need of industry, such kind of people we need to generate. इंडस्ट्री को क्या नीड है, उसी नीड के हिसाब से मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा? आई नीड टू प्रोवाइड दिस काइंड ऑफ सर्विसेज, आई नीड टू प्रोवाइड दिस काइंड ऑफ एजुकेशन. Primary education is increasing and many international schools are making their presence felt in India. Primary education or international schools are also increasing in India because expectations of the customers, economy is changing day by day, and by increasing the demand of my customers, my people, I need to provide this kind of service through education. Parents are now willing enrolling their children to international schools for good quality education straight from the primary level. Getting this? So here people are also finding international schools, people are also finding such a schools who will provide better and better facilities, better and better services, high quality education. Such kind of international schoolings are also increasing day by day as per the need of my customers. The major share of total education expenditure goes to the elementary education, elementary and basic up to 10th standards, rather than the tertiary or higher education. Higher education से अगर हम लोग compare करें तो सेकेंडरी एजुकेशन तक, एलिमेंट्री एजुकेशन तक ज्यादा खर्चा होते हैं. Now, Government of India has initiated imposing 2% of education cess on all the union taxes. Now, to improve this education industry, education sector, what government is doing? Government is generating the revenue by charging the education cess and higher education cess. Cess is nothing but tax. कोई भी हम लोग सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करता है तो हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हम लोग कुछ टैक्सेस पे करते हैं. वो टैक्सेस कौन से है? एजुकेशन सेस यानी एजुकेशनल टैक्स. वो गवर्नमेंट रिकवर करता है, कलेक्ट करता है, किस लिए? टू प्रोवाइड बेसिक एजुकेशनल फैसिलिटी. सो इंडस्ट्रियल जो टैक्स इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट और जो लोग जो रहते हैं वो क्या करते हैं? टैक्स पेमेंट करते हैं. जो टैक्स पेमेंट इंडस्ट्री करती है, लोग जो टैक्स पेमेंट करता है वो उसमें एक हिस्सा रहता है एजुकेशन सेस का. सेस यानी टैक्स, एजुकेशन सेस मींस व्हाट? द टैक्स व्हिच इज कलेक्टेड फ्रॉम द पीपल व्हिच विल बी यूटिलाइज्ड ओनली फॉर एजुकेशन पर्पस. और वो सेस कितना रहता है? 1% एंड 2%. इतना टैक्स हमेशा हर कोई टैक्स पेयर को देना पड़ता है. And for this amount of tax which is collected through this educational cess, this will be implemented or this will be utilized only for the development of educational sector or education sector. Okay, the next one is education cess tax is spent on enhancing elementary education in the country. और वो टैक्स किसके लिए जाता है? बेसिक एजुकेशन अप टू 10th एजुकेशन प्रोवाइड करने के लिए वो टैक्स जाता है गवर्नमेंट का. The government of India has also initiated various new loan scheme for the students who wanted to pursue higher education. पैसे के मुताबिक लोगों का एजुकेशन स्टॉप नहीं होना चाहिए. That's why we are also providing education loan so that student will get the higher education. So these are the initiatives happening in educational sector. अभी देखिए need of educational sector. Why there is need to improve this educational sector? Just read this entire slide. You will understand what is the need. Just read this slide fast. Yes. Why there is need of education sector? Let's have discussion. If you compare, let us take an example of India and US, or India and UK, or any India and, for example, Canada. How many people, how many students are going every year from India to these countries for higher education? कितने जाते हैं? For example, if you have 100 students, अगर इंडिया से दूसरे कंट्री में जाते हैं एजुकेशन लेने के लिए, और दूसरे कंट्री से इंडिया में कितने आते हैं? अगर हमारे इंडिया के अगर 100 स्टूडेंट्स हर साल बाहर जाते हैं, तो इंडिया में कितने आते हैं? एटलीस्ट 100 आना चाहिए, बट up to 10 students. If we in comparison with 100, there will be only 10 to 5 students that are coming towards take the education into India. So this is the scenario, because it shows that education is the sector who contributes in the economy of the country. जितना भी education जिस country का ज्यादा अच्छा है, वो country higher developed country में जाता है. You can take an example. So those people who are taking engineering degree, management degree from India for postgraduate, for doctorate degree, for higher education, they will not take this higher education from India. They will choose the options like Canada, US, UK, Germany, Thailand, like this, because education quality or quality of education is higher than as compared to India. Getting this? So see, so if the education quality of that country is good, means what? The facilities, research and development quality, then science and technologies are more improved as compared to India. हमारे कंट्री में आने वाले एजुकेशन लेने के लिए बाहर देश से आने वाले स्टूडेंट का संख्या अगर 10 है, तो मेरे देश से बाहर जाने वाले लोगों की संख्या 100 है. So this is the huge difference, and this is the difference due to the facilities of education sector. एजुकेशन सेक्टर का इंप्रूवमेंट और उसके फैसिलिटी के ऊपर ये डिपेंड है. गेटिंग दिस? सो एजुकेशन प्रमोट्स द रैशनल एंड साइंटिफिक थिंकिंग ऑफ द पीपल. इट एक्सपांड्स द मेंटल हॉरिजन ऑफ द पीपल. उसी टाइप का एजुकेशन मिलेगा, उसी टाइप का मेंटल डेवलपमेंट में एजुकेशन से मिलता है. Education provides knowledge to understand the changes in the society and scientific advancements. Education also facilitates the innovations and inventions. जितना education higher रहेगा, उतने innovations उसी country में ज्यादा होते हैं, उतना ज्यादा सीखने के लिए मिलता है. Education also provides the educated labor and new technologies. That's why education is required. Education also help us to development of the science and technology. It is also required. And education brings innovations and research in the field of technology. Education provides us such kind of development, and it confers with higher earning capacity to work. जितना अच्छा education लिया, उतना ज़्यादा employment opportunity generate होती है. So education sector is the sector which give us chances to employ more and more, to earn more and more. So this is the need of development in education sector. Just go through this slide. This is also milestones in the educational sector. India has over 250 billion schools going students, more than other countries. Nowadays, school going children are more because population of India is also higher as compared to other countries. Now we are just motivating to improve the English speaking, because English is the business language. English is business language. It is used internationally. हर एक country में English is becoming global language, and it is the business language. Okay, whenever people wanted to interact with each other, we should have to use the English. That's why English speaking population is also increasing in the education. India was ranked 40th out of 112 countries in the English Proficiency Index 2021. 40th rank को India है, means what? English is implementing every sector across the India. The government of India has taken initiatives like National Accreditation Regulatory Authority Bill for higher educational and foreign educational institutions space. Means what? We are making our business, our syllabus very much competitive as compared to other country. हम लोग क्या सोच रहे हैं, जो एजुकेशन पॉलिसी 2020 जो हम लोगों ने लाया, उसका ऑब्जेक्टिव यही है कि हमारे कंट्री के स्टूडेंट्स दूसरे कंट्री में हायर एजुकेशन के लिए नहीं जाना चाहिए. Whatever they want in higher education, that kind of facility we will provide here in India itself. That is our mission of this education bill 2020. The education industry consists of school, colleges, university, and all private tuitions also part of this education industry. It also provides its students with the knowledge and skills to adapt the continually changing the working world. अभी लोगों को, स्टूडेंट को क्या चाहिए, इंडस्ट्री को चाहिए क्या चाहिए, दैट काइंड ऑफ फैसिलिटीज वी आर गोइंग टू प्रोवाइड ओवर हियर. ओके, नो कॉस्ट मैनेजमेंट इन एजुकेशन सेक्टर. क्या करना चाहिए? सी हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू मेक manage the cost in education sector. So education sector can be broadly defined: primary education, secondary education, higher education, and vocational education, and tuitions are also part of this industry. The education industry is crucial to workforce capability. Means what? Very, see, that kind of staff is required, that kind of trainer is required, that kind of tutor is required in educational industry. Then and then we can provide this kind of services. मुझे वो सर्विसेज फेस करने के लिए मुझे दैट काइंड ऑफ स्टाफ इज रिक्वायर्ड, बट गेटिंग दिस काइंड ऑफ रिक्रूटिंग दैट काइंड ऑफ स्टाफ to teach to the people, to teach to the student, it is the challenging task. As well as retention ratio. आज अगर एकादा टीचर मेरे पास आ गया तो वो टीचर रिटेन होना चाहिए, because he will find, the teacher is finding another opportunities, good opportunities, so that it will impact, it will affect on my education industry. अगर एक अच्छा खासा बंदा छोड़ के गया तो क्या हो जाएगा? I have to make the new recruitment, and we can't say that similar kind of quality people I can get again. So this is the ultimate losses. Organization in the educational sector includes traditional college, university, companies focused on training and development, clients from the range of individual learner to the global corporations to the online content delivery. So these are the various stakeholders in the educational industry where I should have to focus while managing my cost. Most educational decisions face constraint in the face of availability of budget and resources. Funds problem and budget problems are there in educational industries. Limiting evaluation to the educational consequences of the alternatives without considering their cost, means making the evaluations without considering the cost provides inadequate basis for decision making. That is also problem. Even though the educational sector is suffering from various disparities like insufficient educational infrastructure, imbalanced teacher-student ratio, lack of modern technologies of teaching, lack of interest in education among the rural people, laziness and lethargy about the schooling. So these are the challenges in educational sector. Due to insufficient educational infrastructure, we can't provide good facilities, good education. Then imbalanced teacher-student ratio. Common classes are there, as well as sufficient teachers we are not getting over here. Modern technology available are not there. Then interest of people is not there. Laziness of the students, that is also problem, and lethargic approach of the students or stakeholders. These are the challenges. Now, issues in educational sector. First is the budgetary resources. Budgetary resources means what here? Primary education or basic education where government is doing the expenditure. Getting this? So public funding to higher education has also been declining over time. Public funding, government education बंद हो रहे हैं और प्राइवेट स्कूल्स चालू हो रहे हैं, ज्यादा चालू हो रहा है, because government is losing the interest to provide the fees or to provide the funds to the schools. Now governments are motivating to private businessmen to start the private schools. Getting this? A lot of pressure is being put on the existing old facilities in public universities, resulting into poor quality and service deliveries. Government is not providing good amount of infrastructure. That is a problem. Then there will be a very much lengthy process to acquire the infrastructure, to take the approval and so many things. Being a government organization, it may happen. Inadequate physical infrastructure like scholastic material, the classrooms, water, sanitization, power supply, ये भी चीजें, these are the challenges in educational sector. Inadequate sports facilities, ground is not available, equipments are not there available. So this is also part, these are the certain issues in educational sector. Okay, so students, in this way we have finished, fourth unit. Under this fourth unit we have studied about agricultural sector, then we have seen IT sector, then we have seen about the automobile sector, then we have seen about the uh, healthcare sector, hospitality sector, and educational sector. These 6 areas we have studied under this cost management in service provider service industries. Under these service industries, we have seen 6 sectors. So we have finished 4 unit. Tomorrow we will start with 5th unit. 5th unit is also small unit. We will finish within 3-4 lecture, and then we will start with next subject, that is the risk management. ओके पहले हम लोग क्या करेंगे, ये यूनिट, ये सब्जेक्ट पहला फिनिश करेंगे. नेक्स्ट वीक में हमारा ये सिलेबस खत्म हो जाएगा इसी सब्जेक्ट का, एंड देन विल गो टू द नेक्स्ट सब्जेक्ट, दैट इज द रिस्क मैनेजमेंट सब्जेक्ट. ओके, सो वी हैव फिनिश्ड. इफ यू वांट आई विल शेयर यू पीपीटीज एज वेल. ठीक है, आप एक काम कीजिए, you can share me, you can do you have my mobile number? Anybody have my mobile number? Yes students.
Yes sir.
किसी के पास मेरा मोबाइल नंबर है क्या?
हाँ सर है.
तो मुझे व्हाट्सएप कीजिए, एक मैसेज डालिए, मैं व्हाट्सएप पे आपको ये पीपीटी भेज देता 4 यूनिट का. टिल दैट टाइम यू विल स्टडी दिस. मुझे व्हाट्सएप कीजिए एक कोई भी, मैं आज शाम तक आपको पीपीटी भेज दूंगा 4 यूनिट का, so that you will study. Okay, thank you so much, thanks for your time.